you ever wondered why some people never get cancer while others face this terrifying disease? Many of us assume that cancer is just a roll of the genetic dice, something entirely out of our control that we must quietly fear as we get older. When we hear about a friend receiving a diagnosis, a cold wave of panic often washes over us, making us question our own daily habits and health choices. However, medical professionals have discovered that dodging this illness is rarely just about luck. In this video, we are going to talk about 7 traits that people who are less likely to get cancer generally possess. These are not impossible medical standards. They are gentle, everyday choices that empower your body to defend itself. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how many of these protective habits you already have and how easily you can adopt the rest. Stay tuned until the end, because the final trait is something so wonderfully simple that it will completely change the way you view your own health journey. Once you recognize these 7 traits, you will feel a profound sense of relief and a renewed confidence in your ability to protect your beautiful, enduring body. Now, let's begin. Number 1, a highly responsive and rested immune system. One of the most fundamental traits shared by people who naturally resist cellular disease is a highly responsive and well-rested immune system. When we think about defending our bodies, we often imagine eating massive amounts of vegetables or taking expensive supplements. But the truth is, your body already possesses an incredible, built-in defense force called natural killer cells. These specialized cells act like a microscopic security team, patrolling your bloodstream and quietly eliminating any abnormal cells before they can mutate and multiply. However, this security team requires a very specific environment to function properly, and that environment is created during deep, uninterrupted sleep. As we enter our later decades, it is incredibly common to experience changes in our sleeping patterns. You might find yourself waking up multiple times during the night or struggling to fall asleep. If this sounds familiar, please do not feel frustrated with your body. It is a completely normal part of the aging process. But those who maintain a strong defense against illness prioritize their rest, like it is a vital medication. Consider Arthur, a 74-year-old retired mechanic, who used to pride himself on surviving on just 4 hours of sleep a night. He constantly felt run down and suffered from frequent colds. He assumed his immune system was just getting weak with age. Once he learned that his lack of sleep was disarming his natural killer cells, he completely transformed his evenings. He created a cool, dark sanctuary in his bedroom and committed to a strict resting schedule. Within a few months, his energy returned, and his blood tests showed a remarkably robust immune response. By intentionally giving your body the quiet hours it needs to repair and scan for cellular errors, you are actively preventing abnormal cells from taking root. You do not have to be perfect, but making a gentle commitment to improving your sleep environment is a profoundly loving way to protect your health. When you rest deeply, you are giving your internal defenders the strength they need to keep you safe and vibrant. Number 2, a consistent intake of protective plant nutrients. The second powerful trait found in those who maintain remarkable long-term health is a consistent, joyful intake of protective plant-based nutrients. For decades, we have been told to eat our greens, often treating it like a boring chore or a punishment for enjoying rich foods. As we age, our digestive systems can become slightly more sensitive, and our taste buds might change, leading us to favor softer, more processed foods that require less chewing and preparation. If you have found yourself reaching for convenient, packaged meals rather than fresh produce, please release any feelings of guilt right now. It is incredibly natural to seek out comfort and ease, especially when you are cooking just for yourself. However, the people who show a fierce resistance to cellular mutations have learned to view colorful vegetables and fruits not as a chore, but as delicious, life-saving medicine. Every time your body processes oxygen in food, it creates natural byproducts called free radicals. When these free radicals accumulate, they can bounce around inside your cells and damage your DNA, which is the primary starting point for illness. The vibrant colors found in berries, leafy greens, sweet potatoes, and carrots are actually packed with antioxidants. These antioxidants act like microscopic sponges, soaking up the dangerous free radicals and neutralizing them before they can cause any harm to your genetic blueprint. Think about Martha, a 68-year-old grandmother who spent most of her life eating standard, heavy meat and potato dinners. When she retired, she noticed her energy slipping and her joints aching, and she feared that her body was becoming a hospitable environment for illness. Rather than going on a restrictive, miserable diet, Martha decided to simply add one brightly colored plant food to every meal. She started blending spinach into her morning smoothies, snacking on fresh blueberries in the afternoon, and roasting beautiful trays of broccoli and bell peppers for dinner. She did not focus on what she had to give up, but rather on the vibrant, protective foods she could invite into her life. Her digestion improved, her skin began to glow, and her internal cellular environment transformed into a fortress of health. Your body is incredibly receptive to the nourishment you provide it. By making a conscious decision to fill your plate with a rainbow of natural foods, you are literally giving your cells the armor they need to block abnormal growth. You are actively flooding your system with vitamins and minerals that repair DNA and keep your immune system on high alert. You do not need to follow complicated, expensive nutritional trends to achieve this protection. The simplest, most colorful foods from the earth hold the greatest healing power. Every single bite of a fresh vegetable is a profound declaration that you value your body and want to nurture its enduring strength. You have the ability to transform your kitchen into a sanctuary of wellness, proving that taking care of yourself can be a deeply delicious and rewarding experience. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, the effective management of deep emotional stress. A third and deeply vital trait shared by those who beautifully avoid severe health crises is the effective conscious management of deep emotional stress. In our modern world, we often separate the mind from the physical body, believing that our thoughts and worries have no real impact on our cellular health. We spend our lives accumulating responsibilities, caring for our families and carrying the heavy weight of financial or personal anxieties. As you navigate your golden years, you might find yourself quietly worrying about the future, mourning the loss of loved ones, or feeling a persistent, low-grade tension in your chest. If you are carrying this kind of emotional burden, please understand that your feelings are entirely valid and incredibly common. You have lived a long, rich life, and it is natural to hold on to some of the stress you have encountered along the way. However, chronic emotional stress is not just an invisible feeling. It creates a very real, very dangerous chemical reaction inside your physical body. When you are constantly anxious, your brain pumps out high levels of cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, this constant flood of stress hormones suppresses your immune system and creates an environment of chronic inflammation, which is the exact environment where abnormal cells thrive and multiply. The people who possess a natural shield against illness are those who have learned how to release this emotional pressure valve. Consider William, a 75-year-old retired architect who spent his entire career meeting tight deadlines and managing intense pressure. Even in retirement, William could not turn off his distressed mind. He constantly worried about his adult children and obsessed over the daily news. Keeping his body in a permanent state of fight or flight, he suffered from frequent digestive issues and persistent fatigue. One day, William realized that his constant worrying was not helping his family, but it was actively destroying his own health. He made a profound choice to start protecting his peace of mind. He turned off the television news, began taking long, quiet walks in the woods, and started writing his worries down in a journal, before literally throwing the paper away. This physical act of releasing his stress sent a powerful signal of safety to his nervous system. His cortisol levels dropped, his inflammation subsided, and his body was finally able to divert its precious energy away from panic and toward cellular repair. Managing your stress is one of the most proactive, life-saving habits you can ever adopt. It does not mean ignoring your problems or pretending that life is perfect. It means choosing not to let worry take up permanent residence in your body. When you practice deep breathing, gentle meditation, or simply engage in a hobby that makes you lose track of time, you are bathing your cells in calming, restorative chemistry. You are telling your body that the emergency is over and it is safe to heal. You have spent decades taking care of everyone else and managing the chaos of the world. You have absolutely earned the right to cultivate a peaceful, tranquil inner landscape. By fiercely protecting your emotional well-being, you are building an impenetrable fortress around your physical health ensuring that your remaining years are filled with lightness, joy, and remarkable vitality. Number 4, a steady rhythm of daily physical movement. The fourth remarkable trait that significantly lowers the likelihood of developing cellular illness is maintaining a steady, enjoyable rhythm of daily physical movement. When we hear the word exercise, many of us immediately picture grueling workouts, heavy lifting, or exhausting hours spent in a loud, crowded gym. If you are in your 70s or 80s, the thought of intense physical strain might feel incredibly daunting or even physically impossible due to joint pain or previous injuries. If you have been avoiding movement because you feel you cannot do it perfectly, please release that heavy expectation right now. You do not need to push your body to the point of exhaustion to reap the magnificent benefits of physical activity. In fact, gentle, consistent movement is far more protective for your long-term health. The people who remain vibrantly healthy understand that movement is essentially the master switch for the body's natural detoxification system. When you walk, stretch, or swim, your heart pumps oxygen-rich blood to every single corner of your body, and your lymphatic system is activated. The lymphatic system is the garbage disposal of your body, responsible for carrying away cellular waste and dead cells before they can cause mutations. Unlike your blood, which is pumped by your heart, lymphatic fluid only moves when your muscles contract. Think about Betty, an 81-year-old former librarian who used to sit for 8 to 10 hours a day reading and watching television. She felt stiff, lethargic, and worried about her declining stamina. She assumed her sedentary lifestyle was just a normal part of getting older. When a kind physical therapist explained how her lack of movement was causing cellular waste to pool in her body, Betty was motivated to make a change. She did not join a gym or start a drastic routine. She simply began walking around her neighborhood block every morning after breakfast and spent 20 minutes gently tending to her garden in the afternoon. This light, rhythmic movement was all it took to completely revitalize her system. Her joints became lubricated, her lung capacity increased, and her natural detoxification pathways were wide open. Betty felt a surge of youthful energy that she had not experienced in decades. This beautiful habit proves that protecting your health does not require suffering or intense physical pain. It simply requires you to honor your body's innate desire to move. When you find an activity that brings you joy, whether it is dancing in your living room to your favorite music, taking a water aerobics class, or simply strolling through a local park, you are actively flushing toxins from your system. You are keeping your cellular environment incredibly clean and hostile to abnormal growth. You have the power to transform your daily routine into a celebration of your mobility. Every step you take is a powerful message to your body that you are engaged, alive, and fiercely committed to your own well-being. By weaving gentle movement into the fabric of your day, you are guaranteeing that your body remains a strong, vibrant vessel for all the wonderful years ahead. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, strong social connections and a sense of belonging. The fifth profound trait found in those who consistently avoid severe health challenges is the presence of strong social connections and a deep sense of belonging. As we gracefully age, the structure of our social lives often undergoes massive shifts. We may retire from the bustling environment of a workplace. Our children move away to start their own lives, and we inevitably experience the heartbreak of losing dear friends. It is incredibly easy to find yourself spending more and more time alone. If you have been feeling a quiet ache of loneliness or sensing that your world has slowly shrunk, please know that this is a deeply common experience and nothing to feel ashamed of. However, prolonged isolation is not just an emotional hardship, it has a staggering, measurable impact on your physical biology. Scientific studies have repeatedly shown that chronic loneliness can be just as damaging to your health as smoking cigarettes. When you feel isolated, your brain perceives this lack of a tribe as a literal survival threat, keeping your stress hormones elevated and your immune system suppressed. Conversely, the people who thrive into their later years make a conscious, dedicated effort to stay connected to others. Consider James, a 70-year-old widower who spent the first 2 years after his wife passed away in almost total seclusion. He rarely left his house, spoke to his children only occasionally on the phone, and felt a profound lack of purpose. His physical health began to mirror his emotional state. He constantly caught minor illnesses and felt a deep, heavy fatigue. Realizing that his isolation was actively harming him, James gathered his courage and joined a local community choir, despite not having sung in decades. Initially, he was nervous, but the simple act of showing up every week and harmonizing with others created a miraculous change. The friendly greetings, the shared laughter, and the sense of working toward a common goal flooded his brain with oxytocin, the bonding hormone that dramatically lowers inflammation and boosts immune function. James found his tribe, and his physical vitality returned with astonishing speed. Meaningful connection does not require a massive social calendar or forcing yourself to attend crowded parties. It can be found in a weekly coffee date, with a neighbor, joining a book club, participating in a gentle walking group, or even dedicating a few hours a week to volunteering. When you share your thoughts, offer a listening ear, or simply enjoy the comfortable silence of a companion, you are signaling to your biology that you are safe and supported. This feeling of belonging creates a powerful biochemical shield against disease. You possess a lifetime of fascinating stories, rich wisdom, and deep compassion that the world desperately needs. Do not hide your wonderful light away in the quiet of your home. By reaching out and cultivating relationships, you are not only enriching your emotional life, but you are actively programming your cells for longevity and vibrant health. You deserve to feel seen, valued, and deeply connected to the beautiful human family around you. Number 6, a proactive approach to minimizing environmental toxins. The sixth crucial trait that empowers people to remain wonderfully healthy is a proactive, mindful approach to minimizing exposure to environmental toxins. In our modern society, we are surrounded by an overwhelming array of chemicals. They are in the products we use to clean our countertops, the detergents we wash our clothes with, and even the artificial fragrances we spray in our living rooms. When we hear warnings about toxins, it is incredibly easy to feel a sense of panic or helplessness, assuming that danger is lurking everywhere, and there is nothing we can truly do about it. If you have ever felt overwhelmed by complicated ingredient labels or contradictory health advice, please take a deep, comforting breath. You do not need to live in a sterilized bubble or throw away every item in your home to protect your health. However, those who maintain a strong defense against cellular damage understand that their body absorbs what they put on it and what they breathe in. Over decades, repeated exposure to harsh synthetic chemicals can force your liver and kidneys to work exhausting overtime, leaving your immune system distracted and weakened. Think about Susan, a 77-year-old woman who took immense pride in keeping her house immaculately clean. She used strong, bleach-based cleaners daily and kept synthetic air fresheners plugged into every wall outlet. Susan frequently suffered from mysterious headaches, itchy skin, and respiratory irritation, which she mistakenly attributed to seasonal allergies. When a visiting friend mentioned that her cleaning supplies might be the culprit, Susan was initially defensive but decided to experiment. She swapped her harsh chemical sprays for simple, natural alternatives like white vinegar, baking soda, and pure essential oils. She opened her windows every morning to let the fresh air circulate, rather than relying on artificial scents. The transformation in her health was rapid and undeniable. Her headaches vanished, her skin cleared up, and she realized her lungs felt lighter and stronger than they had in years. By removing the constant chemical burden from her environment, Susan gave her liver the opportunity to rest and allowed her immune system to focus its energy on protecting her cells. You have the absolute power to control the environment inside your own home. Making simple, conscious swaps to gentler, more natural products is one of the easiest and most effective ways to lower your toxic load. When you choose fragrance-free lotions or use natural cleaners, you are lifting an invisible weight off your body's detoxification pathways. This is not about creating a perfect, pristine life. It is about making small, loving choices that honor your body's delicate internal balance. Every chemical you decide not to bring into your sanctuary is a victory for your long-term health. You deserve to breathe clean air and use products that nourish rather than deplete you. By taking a gentle, proactive stance against unnecessary environmental toxins, you are actively creating a safe, healing haven where your cells can thrive, and your body can remain fiercely protected for decades to come. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, Please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 7, a profound sense of personal purpose and joy. The 7th and perhaps the most remarkably powerful trait possessed by those who gracefully avoid severe illness is a profound, unshakable sense of personal purpose and joy. Throughout our lives, our sense of purpose is often tightly bound to our careers, our role as parents, or our duty to care for our aging relatives. When we reach our golden years and those massive responsibilities naturally fall away, it is incredibly common to experience a quiet, unsettling void. You might wake up in the morning and wonder how to fill the long hours ahead, feeling a subtle loss of identity or relevance. If you have been struggling to find your footing in this new season of life, please wrap yourself in grace. This is a beautiful transitional phase, not a permanent state of emptiness. However, medical researchers have discovered something absolutely breathtaking about the human body. People who cultivate a strong reason to get out of bed in the morning have significantly lower levels of inflammatory markers and a much stronger immune response. Your cells are literally listening to your thoughts. And when you feel that your life has meaning, your body goes into a state of profound preservation and repair. Consider Charles, an 80-year-old retired factory manager who spent the first 5 years of his retirement sitting in his favorite armchair, passively watching television and feeling entirely unneeded. His physical health steadily declined. He felt weak and he developed a deep, lingering cough that his doctors could not explain. One afternoon, his neighbor asked for help fixing a broken wooden chair. Charles, who had always loved carpentry, eagerly agreed. The simple act of working with his hands and feeling useful sparked something magnificent inside him. He started a small project in his garage, building beautiful birdhouses for the local park. He woke up early with a gentle excitement, eager to get to his workbench. The transformation was nothing short of a miracle. His chronic cough disappeared, his posture straightened, and his eyes regained a vibrant, youthful sparkle. His renewed sense of purpose sent a massive flood of life-affirming chemistry throughout his body, signaling his immune system to stand strong and protect the vessel that was doing such wonderful work. Having a purpose does not mean you need to start a business or change the world. Your purpose can be as quiet and beautiful as tending to a beloved flower garden, writing down your family history for your grandchildren, learning to paint watercolors, or simply being a loving, encouraging presence for your friends. It is entirely about finding an activity that anchors your heart to the present moment and makes you feel deeply alive. When you engage in activities that bring you genuine joy, you are creating an internal environment where illness simply cannot thrive. You are declaring to the universe and to your own biology that you still have beautiful chapters left to write. Your life is an incredible unfolding masterpiece, and your capacity for passion does not have an expiration date. By intentionally pursuing the things that light up your soul, you are providing your body with the ultimate life-saving medicine, ensuring that your remaining years are not just long, but exquisitely beautiful and full of meaning. Final thoughts. As we bring our meaningful conversation to a close today, I want you to take a slow, comforting breath and gently reflect on the 7 magnificent traits we have just explored together. We have journeyed through the importance of maintaining a highly responsive and rested immune system, the incredible power of a consistent intake of protective plant nutrients, the vital necessity of managing deep emotional stress, the healing rhythm of daily physical movement, the profound biological impact of strong social connections, the wisdom of taking a proactive approach to minimizing environmental toxins, and the life-saving magic of holding a profound sense of personal purpose and joy. If you realize during this video that you only possess 1 or 2 of these traits right now, I want you to immediately release any feelings of fear, guilt, or self-criticism. Please do not view this as a test that you have failed. Instead, embrace this knowledge as a beautiful, empowering roadmap for the incredible years you have ahead. Your body is a miraculous, enduring masterpiece that has successfully carried you through decades of remarkable experiences, heartbreaks, triumphs, and quiet, everyday miracles. It is constantly working to protect you, and it is never, ever too late to give it the gentle support it deserves. Your future is not a predetermined path of anxiety. And your current health concerns do not have to be a permanent shadow over your life. By listening closely to the brilliant, quiet signals your body is sending you and responding with these gentle, supportive habits, you are laying an unshakable foundation for a comfortable, fulfilling, and beautifully energetic life. Never forget that your journey is entirely your own, and you have every right to seek out joy, comfort, and radiant health in every single day. I highly encourage you to pick just one small insight we discussed today and gently weave it into your routine tomorrow. Trust that your magnificent body will respond with immense gratitude and renewed strength. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life.